What's good? What's going on? Shout out to all of my great ones worldwide. It's your man King Nabby the Great. Three Billboards Outside of Ebbing, Missouri is a film written and directed by Martin McDonagh, starring Frances McDormand as well as Woody Harrelson and Sam Rockwell. It's been nominated for 7 Oscars. It cleaned up at the Golden Globes. It won 4 Golden Globes, including Best Film in the Drama category, as well as Best Screenplay. Frances McDormand also won Best Actress. Sam Rockwell won Best Supporting Actor. This film is about a woman named Mildred, played by Frances McDormand, whose daughter was raped, burned, and killed years prior to where the film takes place. And the crime was never solved. Now, she feels that it's unjust that justice has not been served, so in order to get the attention of the local police force, namely the chief of the local police force, who is played by Woody Harrelson, she puts up 3 posters, 3 advertisements on the billboards on this secluded road in this town of Ebbing, Missouri. Now, Ebbing, Missouri is not a real, or Ebbing is not a real town in Missouri. It's a fictional town in Missouri. This is a fictional story. However, part of the charm is that it plays almost like a true story. Now, I will say from the start that this is a magnificently well done film. It's well written. For the most part, I'll get to that later. It's well directed. The performances are amazing. Frances McDormand puts on a performance that rivals the character that she played in Fargo. Woody Harrelson, who is a polarizing figure. Some people like him, some people don't. And in films, you know, some people don't like his performance style. He's amazing in this film. Sam Rockwell, it plays a very unlikable character and plays it extremely well to the T. Peter Dinklage makes an appearance in this film and does well also. The film is sort of a satire on these small middle American towns that are sort of ignorant, are racist, are biased against people that aren't like them, so that aren't like the majority. So they're biased towards black people, they're biased towards Latinos, and this is shown in sort of a comical way throughout the film, in a way that, you know, may be offensive to some. However, understanding the people that are being depicted in this film, it makes sense that they act the way that they do. I said before that the writing was great. This is where I think that the film may grab people or may turn people off, is with the writing. Dialogue-wise, it's amazing. Story arc-wise, even, it's great. However, some of the arcs in the story may not seem believable. Some of the things that happen within the story may seem extreme or believable. May seem like, okay, how did this person do this and get away with it? And that goes for the main character and for a lot of the supporting characters. When you see the film, you'll understand what I'm saying. There are plot holes in the film. However, I think that to a degree these plot holes are warranted because it's an extreme example of what happens when a town is run by a police force and by people who have lived in the town for generations on generations on generations. They're able to do certain things that most people in the more populated parts of America, the cities, the East and West Coast, down south, and the Great Lakes area, they're able to do things that people in those areas aren't used to or may not understand. Me being from the East Coast, I've never experienced this type of lifestyle. So to see it on screen could seem unbelievable to a person such as myself. However, the way that these characters perform, the way that's directed, and the way that it's interwoven in the story, it just feels so believable that you kind of ignore the holes in the plots, which, you know, some may say, okay, then how is the writing that great? But in fact, in a way, that's the greatness and the charm of it, is that you're able to watch it and almost be in kind of a fantastical world within itself that seems real. However, of course, you can tell is not real. Woody Harrelson, I don't want to spoil the film for you, however, an event happens in the film that causes him to provide a turn or an arc for not only the main character, but also especially for Sam Rockwell's character and for a lot of other characters in the town. And that's what I enjoyed about the movie, that it touched on the fact that not to be corny, but that love and understanding can change a person or can help a person evolve and start to take away his biases, his prejudices, maybe to a point to where he's more open-minded. For my rating, I would have to give this film 3 Billboards Outside Ebbing, Missouri, a bicep, a flex, 0.25, plus a quarter, plus a fourth. It's an extremely well done film, a film that's going to grab you and it's going to entertain you and have you caught up in this world. And it's going to offend you. It's gonna tackle your emotions, and that's one thing that film is supposed to do, is to get an emotional response out of the audience. And I think that this film does a magnificent job out of it. Whether you end up hating everybody in that town and the characters, that's great. Whether you end up hating them and then loving them, that's great. Whether you feel you empathize with them, that's great too. You're gonna feel some sort of emotion towards them. It's gonna make you, it's gonna draw you in, and it's gonna make you think after you've watched the film. I think that is part of the ingredients that make up a great film, which is why I gave it the rating I did. Now, if you haven't seen the film, there's just one thing that I just want to speak on. If you haven't seen the film, you might want to turn it off now. Turn this video off now. Thank you very much for watching. If you have seen the film, you can carry on with me, or if you don't care about spoilers, you can carry on with me. I'm not going to be too specific, but the one part of the film that may upset some people or may leave some people feeling unfulfilled is the ending. It's an open-ended ending to the film. Now, me personally, I definitely enjoy open-ended, endings towards films. I love Birdman, that was open-ended. There's been tons of films. I love when you watch a film at times, and there's no complete closure, and you have to kind of come up with what you think happened at the end, and you might have a discussion with friends and things of that nature as to your own theories as to what really happened at the end of the movie. And that's not exactly what this film does. It provides that open-ended feel. However, it's kind of an unfulfilling open-ended feel, especially if you traveled with this main character throughout the entire film. You kind of want to know what happens, or you kind of want to get some closure to her story. You don't really get that, which is why this didn't get a fire emoji from me, or maybe, a fire would be like a 5 out of 5. It doesn't get that from me. However, the movie is just so good and so enjoyable that I think the ending doesn't take too much away from it. So if you've seen the film, please let me know what you think in the comments about the movie. Please let me know what you think about the review. If you haven't seen the film, please go see it and let me know what you think afterwards. Do you think it's deserving of the 7 Oscars that it's been nominated of? Let me know. It also did have a great score as well, great cinematography, all of that, great performances. The performances were probably the highlight of the film, especially Frances McDormand and Sam Rockwell. They stole the show. Woody Harrelson as well did a great job in this film, as I said before. I will be doing more reviews of more Oscar-nominated films, as many as possible. Please do like this video if you like it. Please share this video. Please subscribe if you enjoy movies, music, and entertainment as much as I do. It's your man, King Nabby the Great. Be great in life, and life will be great to you. Sé grandioso en la vida, y la vida será grandioso para ti. Creativity, abundance, and prosperity to all. And I'm out. Mafioso.